I have written 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth. So on another day, I caught her with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them. Ended up catching it. Now, this individual is a female. So I can't do nothing to her. I don't put my hands on females.
Now, y'all know it's been getting crazy with Papoose and Remy Ma. Y'all know Remy Ma went off on Clarissa Shields and Papoose yesterday, causing Papoose to come back with some receipts. He said he wrote the music. He said Remy had a girlfriend. Now, Papoose went live for 2 hours. And I went through that 2-hour live and I gave y'all all the best clips. So you better like the video. You better subscribe. Let's get it.
She wanted to talk about all of this money talk and all of this and what I don't got and what I got. Since I met her, I have written 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth. And with me saying that, I want to say this to y'all. Anyone who has an iPhone, you know how iPhones work. When I was younger, I used to be able to write rhymes in my head, create rhymes in my head, and remember them. Just like that. As time went on, I got a little older, I started to write rhymes in my email draft. Now, if you have an iPhone, you go in your email draft. If anybody come around me, and we're in the flesh next to each other, I can type in any word from one of her songs, and her entire rap will come up. The entire verse will come up. I never asked for a penny. I never asked for credit. She was my wife. I didn't want anything from her. I just wanted to see her win. Like I said, I have written 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth since I met her. Y'all said it. Y'all said it numerous times. Oh, we know that's Pap behind that pen. Did I ever agree with y'all? Did I ever put it out there? I never said I wrote her rhymes. I left it. I didn't need the credit. All I wanted her to do was win. Wrote the rhymes, did the contracts, security, the whole shit. First and foremost, very bipolar, very delusional. This is a person who will sit in front of you. She will post that live, and she'll say later, I didn't do that. I wasn't on live. You'll be sitting there like, huh? She will say something to you and 10 minutes later say, I never said that. Very bipolar. And I don't want to talk bad about her, man. That's something that I never wanted to do. That's why when this took place, when she first got caught cheating with the lame, I brought it to her attention. I said, first of all, I couldn't even believe that she would stoop that low because he's such a cornball. Y'all see it. Y'all say it yourself. I'm like, yo, there's no way it's this nigga. Because I'm trying to figure it out. Like, damn, who is this nigga? Because, you know, we were living a normal, peaceful life, raising our child like we planned to. And she started to move real strange. So in the process of her moving strange, it became stranger and stranger, worse and worse. So I said, damn, I got to see what's going on. What the hell is going on? I started to do my research. As I did my research, I found out she was cheating with the lame. So once I find out, I brings it to her attention. I said, mind you, I didn't knock him out because he slept with my wife. Like I told y'all before, the reason I knocked him out was because he shook my hand and then slept with my wife. It's a difference. But let me tell y'all this. So I bring it to her attention that I found out that she's sleeping with the lame. She tells me, him? Why him? Why him out of all people? Not Goods? Not Hitman? My word is my bond is my life. I should give my life before my word shall fail. This was her exact words. Him? Why would I deal with him? I said, Rem, I know you're dealing with the lame. I know it. First and foremost, how I first fell on my radar that she was cheating with the nigga, he was running his mouth and it came back to me. They said, yo, Pat, this nigga out here telling niggas he fucking your wife. I said, word. So I did a little bit more research, connect a couple more dots. I finds out. She tells me this. Okay, I finds out. Mind you, it's not the first time she cheated. You know what I mean? I continued the marriage because I live by my wedding vow. I try to live by my wedding vows. Richer for poor, sick and for health, sickness and health, you know what I'm saying? Better for worse, death do us part. So you try to work through things. Anybody out there who's married, y'all understand. So I found out she cheating with the lame. I bring it to her attention. Of course, we have an altercation, like basically argument back and forth or whatever transpired, right? Okay. She decides, and I decide that we're going to go to therapy. But she brings it to my attention, to be honest. She said, I think we should do therapy. I said, okay. Even though I'm private and I don't like to speak to people about my personal business, that was a very, very difficult thing for me to do. But I said, you know what? Let's do the therapy. We go to the therapist. The therapist's first question is, do you guys want a divorce or do y'all want to work it out? Me and her both said we want to work it out. So when she comes on live and say, we haven't slept in the bed since 2022, and to make it seem like and fabricate a story, like we had some agreement, you such a liar. There was no agreement. When I found out you was with the lame, you denied it. You shitted on him. Basically said, yo, why would I be with him? Why do you think I would be with him? And then you wanted to go to therapy. So check it out now. Check it out. So when we go to therapy, the therapist says, do y'all want to get a divorce or do y'all want to work it out? Me and her both said we want to work it out. I'm going to be honest. Because honestly, I didn't want to not live under the same roof as my 5-year-old. I love all my kids the same, but when you have children, and everyone knows that about me. Everybody who know me, y'all know my character. Y'all know her character. Very rude, very disrespectful, not just to me, to everyone. But that speaks volumes. I didn't want to we planned to raise her with both parents. That was the plan. So I did not want to not live under the same roof with my little girl. I was there from the moment she came out of the womb, and I intended, and I always told her, I want to be there to the moment we take her to her prom. Till she graduates high school, college, get her degrees. I want to be there to take my daughter to her prom. And I told her that. So I never wanted to leave from under the roof with my baby. That's why I stayed around for this nonsense. And I don't want to go away from the point. Okay, so we did the therapy. The therapist gave us that option. We both said we want to work it out. She said, this is the plan. I'm going to give y'all a plan to work it out. She said, Pat, because like I told y'all previously, once I seen that she was cheating, like she was moving real strange, I'm talking about leaving for hours at a time. Every time I questioned it, it was a lie, just strange behavior. So once I noticed that she was moving strange, I started to do my research. So the therapist said, because she told the therapist, mind you, she got all these lies to y'all about me. The only thing she told the therapist was, oh, he doesn't trust me. He's going to keep looking behind me and trying to, find out what I'm doing. But the only reason why I was looking behind her is because she was moving strange. So I agreed to, not show distrust or whatever. And the therapist told her, Remy, since you're saying that it's only business with this dude moving forward, but y'all have a last event coming up, after this event, you're going to cut all ties with this individual. This is what the therapist said. She said, Pat, because I told Rem back then, before I even clipped him, I said, when I catch son, I'm putting him down. I'm putting him down. He violated, you know what I'm saying? And what I noticed, when I found out, I noticed that every time me and her stepped out and made an appearance, he'd go post on his gram, do little sucker shit. He'd go make a post on his story about us. So I'm watching this. Mind you, y'all, I'm not saying nothing the whole time. I know this nigga sleeping with my wife, but I ain't saying nothing. Feel me? I'm like, I'm gonna be quiet. I ain't saying nothing. Son doing sucker shit on the gram. That's cool. I ain't paying that no mind. We go to therapy. The therapist come up with the plan. We put the plan together. The therapist said she has this event coming up at Sony Hall, which was the battle between him and Hitman. She said, you can go to the event, right? But don't knock him. Don't do nothing to this individual. She said, I said, I'm gonna go to the event. I'm gonna fall back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do nothing. After the event, she's supposed to leave the dude alone, right? I go to the hold on a second, man. Give me 1 second. Okay, back to the subject of the matter. So I go to the event. It's the battle with him and Hitman. Everybody there. Everybody remember that event. Y'all notice I never came on the stage, right? Never came on the stage, stayed in the crowd, fell back. Watched the entire little week battle, whatever, you know what I'm saying? On his behalf, because he trash. Watch him do his little trash battle. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm watching it, I never did nothing. When we left the battle, I went home with my daughter. She went home with the lame. Went home with the lame. Okay. She came home. She went home with the lane, stayed out all night, came home probably like the next morning. When she came home, after that, the baby is there. I ain't tripped. Kept it moving, kept raising my daughter, kept it pushing. A couple days go by, things a little peaceful around the crib. I reach out to the therapist, let her know what transpired, and went to the event. Everything was everything. After those couple days, me, her, and my daughter, we all sleep in the same room. We go to bed. I'm saying it's bedtime. We sleep together in the same bed every night. As we sleeping in the bed, I fall asleep. My daughter's in the middle of us. So it's 2 beds in our room now at this time because she started doing weird things around the crib or whatever. So me, her, and my daughter in the same bed. It's another bed over there. I wake up. It's just me and my daughter in the bed. So I get up. I see her in the other bed. So I go over to the other bed. And as I go to the other bed, I notice that her phone is on. When I pick up the phone, I see the lame on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay. She on the phone with the lame. So after that, I woke her up. Hey, what's going on? This what you doing in here? This what we doing? She started lying again, fabricating, this, that, and the third. Long story short, she kept cheating with the lame. Okay, move forward from that. Another battle comes up. The lame not on the card. He not on the card. It's just another event. But mind you, like I told y'all previously, I'm there for my daughter. I'm there being a father. I'm not going to allow this situation to take me away from my child. So what I did was kept raising my daughter. Even though I know that she's a narcissist, very contradictory, very bipolar, I said, you know what? I'm going to keep raising my daughter. I'm not going to let this situation to remove me from under the roof of my child. I kept raising my daughter, take my daughter to school every single day, doing everything a father's supposed to do. In the process of me raising my daughter, another event is coming up later on down the line. The lame is not on the card. Okay. She has the event. I'm going to the event because I go to all the events. I'm going to the event, but I'm hoping the lame ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to have to really put my hands on them. Cool. I'm getting dressed. She leave. They start the event. I'm still at the crib. I get dressed. I go to matter of fact, I can't even put that out there. Anyway, let me just say this. I found out the lane was there. I said, she gotta be kidding me, man. I done told you I'm gonna put this nigga down and you bring him to the event. I done told you numerous times, when I catch this nigga, I'm gonna put him down. Mind you, I finds out she got an apartment 40 minutes away from our crib where she lays up with the lame, leaves and says she's going to work, leaves, say she's going to do this and do that, but she goes to the crib, which I've been there. I can actually give y'all the address. So she got she got another crib, and shout the, I don't even want to put this nigga under the bus, man, but this another individual who was married and got a crib not too far from the home of his family, but I ain't gonna put him out there. But she did the same thing, which was weirdo shit. So anyway, I go to the event. Now I already know I'm coming there, I'm putting this nigga down. I'm gonna be honest with you. Truthfully, I really wanted to really hurt him. But I decided at the last minute, I said, you know what? I'm gonna just put my hands on this nigga. Right. Somebody said, we stepped at the park where you said you was going there to put homie down. So I go in the spot. I'm walking through the spot. I don't see the lame. Everybody look like the lame to me. I go to where I got an idea where they at. When I walk in the room, they in there lovey-dovey. They in there all lovey-dovey. Mind you, she been lying, saying she ain't with the nigga. She don't deal with him. All this corny shit, right? I see the lame. Y'all already know. One in his mouth. Off the muscle. What happened was, he thought I came to talk. He thought I was about to talk. Ain't none of that. We don't do that. Mom! Right in his mouth, off the muscle. Whooped him out. Dead on his feet. Hit the floor like a sack of potatoes. I know. Everybody telling me I shouldn't talk about this, but this nigga's a lame. Do what you gotta do. He hit the floor like a sack of potatoes. Stomped him out and all that. Bad. Hole in my knuckle, everything. But like I told you, I didn't do that because he slept with my wife. I did that because you shook my hand and then slept with my wife. But the part I didn't tell y'all is, through this entire ordeal of her cheating with this lame, I started to notice that he had something on her. And I felt like he was blackmailing her. I always felt like he was blackmailing her. Just because the way she was moving and behaving. So I'm gonna play an audio for y'all of him basically, in his own words, admitting to blackmailing her. Listen to this. So this got sent to me because he's on the phone with one of his people running his mouth. They recorded it and sent it to me. But this is him on the phone. Let me just play it. Hold on. It's lame. Now, when I started to feel like he was blackmailing her, I brought it to her attention. I said, listen, is it because this dude got something over you? Like, what's going on? She's staying out on days my daughter got to go to school. My daughter's calling, she's not answering the phone. I'm calling, she's not answering when she with this lame. Then she's with this lame for days at a time. It's like crackhead behavior. I'm like, yo, something is wrong. Are they using drugs or something? Like, what's going on with her and this lame? So I brought it to her attention. I said, yo, listen, if he's blackmailing you, if he's holding something over you, let me know. And we can handle that. We can handle that too. I brought that to her attention. But everything I'm telling y'all is not in order. It's just throughout the situation. So I bring it to her attention. I say, yo, let me know if this dude is blackmailing you. We can handle it. And she wouldn't say it. But then while she out with the lame and me and my daughter's home, because that's who was always with her every night while this was going on, she'd send me a random text. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know I'm a bad wife. I still got all these texts. So I don't even know why she's doing this. Oh, I know I'm a bad wife. I'm so sorry. She's saying things like that. And I'm like, damn, this is not like her. So maybe this dude holding something on her. I'm going to play the recording right now. This is the lame saying that he's holding stuff over her head.
Yeah, man. So far as she's saying she fuck with me, I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go with that. But you're right, though. Anything can happen. So that shit gonna be 3 months, nigga. I don't know for how long it is. I got pictures, the texts, the videos of her. That shit gonna blow whenever I say it's gonna go. I'm talking about when I'm saying that news of cheating and all of that shit go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like, the only reason why it's sparking is because you did all these shit.
Oh, let me play this again. Can y'all hear the audio? Let me play it again.
Yeah, man. So far as she's saying she fuck with me, I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with that. But you're right, though. Anything can happen. So that shit gonna be 3 months, nigga. I don't know for how long it is. I got pictures, the texts, the videos of us. That shit gonna blow whenever I say it's gonna go. I'm talking about where I'm saying that news of cheating and all of that shit go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like, the only reason why it's spark is because you.
Now, bear witness to this. You just heard this lame, who she was dealing with since 2022, say in his own voice, I got videos and pictures of us. That's gonna go whenever I say so. I don't care if she go back to him. This cheating gonna go when I say so. This is the same recording when he was up there clout chasing. Oh, I'm gonna be on Love and Hip Hop. I'm gonna get more followers. All of this foolishness, right? So y'all just heard the lame, the knockout victim, saying he got videos of her. But let's listen to her telling me that, oh, by the way, one of the reasons why she's so angry at me is because she says, all of this is my fault. Y'all ready for this? Because I knocked him out. She said if I would have never knocked him out, she would have been stopped talking to him. She said the fact that I knocked him out, she had to keep talking to him because she didn't want him to expose things. I highly suspected that they was using drugs together. I heard someone say earlier while she was on live, are you high? She moves very strange. I seen a video where she looked outside of herself. I'm not accusing her of anything. This is not my style. But the fact that you mentioned my children and fabricated all these stories about me, about this money, when I wrote 90% of your rhymes since I met you, I can type a word from any one of your verses for the past time I've been with you. I wrote like 3 songs on your first album. I can come in my email drafts right now, which has dates on them, y'all. 2016, 14, and you can literally see her lyrics pop up. The whole rapper pop up. But let me say this though. Let's get to this part right here. We just heard him admit that he's blackmailing her, right? Now, let's listen to her telling me that he's blackmailing her, that she would have been stopped talking to him. Since she want to get on here and fabricate and fake big this lame up. Have you noticed since I moved on, you never see her with the lame no more? She was sneaking around with him in restaurants. What he was at? Cheese Factory, matching outfits, losing the battle on stage, getting cooked by Geechee, getting cooked by Suge. This nigga get cooked every battle. I don't know what type of rapper is this dude, man. Never lost a battle in my life. But anyway, keep it moving. We don't care about that. She tried to make it about Clarissa. I just met Clarissa in July last year. I've been dealing with this with you since 2022. Clarissa has nothing to do with this. She's very angry because Clarissa is shining like the diamond she is. World-class champion, Olympic winner. She has nothing to do with this. Actually, Clarissa went on a Breakfast Club, did an interview, and said she don't have a problem with her. This, which aired yesterday. Yesterday morning, I wake up to a phone call of her being belligerent, being a narcissist, screaming on my phone, claiming that Clarissa disrespected her. How did she disrespect you? She said she don't have a problem with you. Then, in the process of that phone call, she asked me, so are you done with me? Are you done with me? I said, is that a question? Am I done with you? I said, she said, you moving forward with the divorce? I said, yes. My attorney, she want to fabricate these stories talking about not retaining an attorney. The last time I spoke to Rem, I said, listen, I spoke to my attorney. Saturday is the day that her schedule allows for me to come in. I have been interviewing different attorneys trying to pick the right one. I wanted to get a civilized divorce where we don't have to do none of this clown shit. She never wanted to do that. Just in recent time, she started to claim, when I say recent, I mean past few weeks, she started to claim that, she wanted to get the private divorce. So I said, okay, good. So when she called me the other day, tried to get back with me yesterday, and I declined because she was so mad about Clarissa, so angry because I finally moved on. She see us living our life. She talking about doing something for the gram or doing it for this and that. I'm living my life. I lived over there with you. I tolerated your foolishness, your cheating, and your adultery for years and years and years for the sake of my child. Moving on along, I just played an audio to y'all of the lame admitting that he's blackmailing her. Now I'm going to play an audio of her telling me that he's blackmailing her. Basically saying, But before I want to play the audio, I want to let y'all know that she's very angry at me because she says that if I would have never knocked him out, none of this would happen. So one of the reasons why she has so much animosity towards me is because I knocked him out. I'm letting y'all know that right now. That's one. I'm gonna tell y'all the other two later. Oh, it gets worse. Hold on. You wanna be funny? I could be funny too. But I'm gonna be funny with the truth. You lie, you lie, and you lie. You had the audacity to come on here and make up a fake story and say, oh, my mother called me. And how L ever said, come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. First and foremost, you talking about your mother called you about a YouTube video that everybody know they make fake videos on YouTube. Remy's in the hospital, Papoose this, that, person that. Those, we all know those is fake. You just mad because you see us moving on in our life, right? You want to fabricate a story about, and I still say my mother-in-law because me and her had a tight relationship like that. And I would never say anything to disrespect her or anybody in the entire family. You lied and said, I said, go get your brothers. That's cap. Everybody know I'm close. I'm more close to them and show them more love and support than you do. But let's keep it moving. So we already played the audio of the lame, the knockout victim, soft, didn't even fight back. That's what made me mad. I would have just clipped him and kept it pushing, but the fact that I seen that the nigga was soft when I ran down on him, I said, damn, this nigga be talking all this gangster shit, and he ain't even gonna fight back? Nigga was like a deer in headlights. But that's another story. Knocked him out. It's no mystery. Had to get a tetanus shot, knocked his tooth out and all that. Hole in my hand, the whole shit. But let me show y'all the audio of her. Check this out. I want y'all to listen to this. Can y'all hear me? Should I play the lame first? Should I play the lame saying that he the knockout victim, saying that he's blackmailing her? Let me play her admitting it. But she's angry at me because I knocked him out, y'all. Glass Joe, y'all. We call him Glass Joe. Check it out. But listen to her. I want y'all to bear witness to this because out of the whole situation, this was one of the parts that really bothered me. So that's why I reached out to certain fake friends who I thought would be real, like they say they are, and step up. I try to bring it to their attention. Yo, I think she being blackmailed. Do me a favor. Just reach out to her. Don't tell her you spoke to me. I just want to know she's okay. She hasn't seen the baby in days. So I said, damn. See if y'all can reach out. And I don't want to involve nobody in this because this don't got nothing to do with them and they don't owe me nothing. But when you say you family, you got to live. That's an action. You know what I'm saying? You got to live up to that. But that's neither here nor there. So we played the audio of him admitting that he's blackmailing her. Now I'm going to play the audio. Listen to what she said. And I want y'all to know that this is my ex-wife. We're not married anymore. But at the time, as a married man, I wanted to protect her from being blackmailed. So I told her, if this is going on, let me know. Whatever he's blackmailing you, I'll handle that. And we'll get past it as a family. But she lies so much, you don't know what to believe. So I'm like, damn, is he blackmailing her or not? But I want y'all to hear this. Listen to this.
She would have been over. He would have been over. You put me in a predicament, so I had to still kind of be cool with the nigga to make sure he don't go all the way back and I'm not getting dragged on both sides by Team Papoose and Team Fuck This Nigga.
Team Fuck This Nigga. That's your name, babe, bro. Your name is Team Fuck This Nigga. Hold on. Let's play this again.
She would have been over. He would have been over. You put me in a predicament, so I had to still kind of be cool with the nigga to make sure he don't go all the way back and I'm not getting dragged on both sides by Team Papoose and Team Fuck This Nigga. You didn't even give a fuck. You didn't fucking care.
That is not true.
I'm talking to this nigga.
I would have been stopped talking with this nigga. So she's mad at me because I knocked him out. So she's telling me that I knocked him out. I put her in a position where she still had to be cool with him. But she tell y'all on live, oh, he's this. Oh, yeah. A man that treat me right. A man that did this and did that. You just said the other day you don't even deal with this lame no more. So we got one audio of him saying that he's blackmailing her For all y'all who didn't hear it, we got an audio of the lame admitting to blackmailing this woman. Listen to this.
Yeah, man. So far as she saying she fuck with me, I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with that. But you're right.
Hold on. Let me get to the beginning of this thing again. Let me make sure I get it from the right part, y'all. Bear with me, man. Some bullshit audio. Hold on. Hold on, let me get this right. We're gonna get to it. So we playing the audio, y'all, of the lame admitting to blackmailing her. He's admitting it.
Yeah, man. So far as she saying she fuck with me, I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with that. But you're right, though. Anything happen? Oh, that shit gonna be 3 months, nigga. I don't know for how long it is. I got pictures, the texts, the videos of her. That shit gonna blow whatever I say is gonna go. I'm talking about where I'm saying that news of cheating and all of that shit go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like, the only reason why it's sparking is because you do all this shit.
All right, so y'all heard that. And again, we're gonna play her basically saying she's been blackmailed. That's what it sounds like to me. What y'all think?
She would have been over. He would have been over. You put me in a predicament, so I had to still kind of be cool with the nigga to make sure he don't go all the way back and I'm not getting dragged on both sides by Team Papoose and Team Fuck this nigga. You didn't even give a fuck. You didn't fucking care.
That is not true.
Talking to this nigga.
That is not true.
I would have been stopped talking to this nigga. So you telling me you got a lame running around here bragging, oh, I'm fucking this wife, oh, the whole shit, right? You got a lame who came in front of me, shook my hand, and which is total disrespect as a man. You sleep with my wife, it is what it is. She chose that, she's in the dope. That's not why I knocked you out. I knocked you out because you shook my hand. But he's on audio saying he blackmailing you. So which one is it? Which one is it? You've told me numerous times you don't deal with him no more. You want to go on Instagram and say you with your child every day. No, you're not. You just started being with the baby after I left. Once I left, you started trying to prove to me that you're with the baby and you're doing the right thing. You're doing things that I've always wanted you to do. You just called me the other day and said happy anniversary. I didn't even say it back to you, Rem. I didn't say it back to you. You know why? Because when our 15th year anniversary came, which was a milestone, we were supposed to have the whole thing that we did in the 10 year. You didn't want to acknowledge it properly because you was too busy running around doing what you was doing. Now I'm in a space where I moved on. So for a person who got all these lies to say about me, why is it that you try to call me the other day and say happy anniversary? Why is it that when I went to pick my daughter up, you asking me for gifts and things like that? Why is it? Because you're a narcissist. And in the process of you being a narcissist, anything you can't control, you're mad. But you lost the remote. So you know when somebody loses the remote, they go frantic. See, but what you didn't understand was my loyalty was because I said wedding vows before God, better for worse, richer for poor, sickness and health, death do us part. And I lived that out. I did nothing but take care of you. Every utility in that house to this day right now is under my name. The alarm company called me today. You talking all this money talk, you just paid a cable bill probably within the last 2 weeks out of my account. I had to bail you out of jail when you caught your case. When you had to pay the civil case. And we backtracked it. Who account did that come from? Me. You didn't have a dime. Slay warned me. May he rest in peace. He warned me. He warned me. So when you say malicious things about him, now that he's deceased, I know why. Because he know the truth. So all of this money talk that you're talking, you're a liar. All you do is lie, very bipolar. Say something 1 minute and she'll say 5 minutes later that she never said it. She will say she never said it. Right now on my phone, and like I told you, I never wanted a penny. I never wanted 1 dime. All of the music I wrote for her, I never wanted one penny. I never put my name on a credit. I never did anything. when people say, we know Pat writing that. Oh, you want to go in here and say, oh, I was making music before him. You was. That's why when I started writing it, they saw the difference. It was all documented. Now you want to lie to these people and rewrite history and say, he didn't support me, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. You're a damn liar. I had to pack up the house that you was renting when you caught the case and put everything in storage. I had to fly everybody up. I had to relocate and get a condo close to the prison so I could visit you. I went and visited you every day for a year straight because I knew you needed me. I knew you needed me. And now you want to come in front of these people and change that and change the facts of what happened? Really? Why? Because I wouldn't lie and say I didn't knock some lame out who deserved it? You don't shake no man's hand and sleep with his wife. When you had to pay the civil suit, I paid that. I left from overseas. I had another show. I was on tour. I skipped out of my show, flew back here. They said, Pat, what you doing? You got another engagement. You're contracted to do this. I said, I gotta go, man. Rem need me. Anybody who was on tour with me, please step to the front. I flew back and bailed you out. I flew back and bailed you out. Because that's what real people do. I don't want to bring people names in it, but another individual put up the house, I put up the cash. Because you needed it. And you know another reason why I had to bail you out, because you didn't have the money. You didn't have the money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to bring Joe in a minute. I'm not even going to bring them in it. But your relationship wasn't what it was at the time. You burnt all your bridges. I was wondering at the time, damn, why nobody rock with her? Why nobody supporting her? Why everybody turning their back? Because you burn your bridges. That's why I should have knew. That was a flag. That was a red flag. Your family love you. I tell you all the time. But do you love them back? Who do you love? Who do you love? You got a problem with everybody. Ever since Cam left Juju, she been the bitter best friend. Putting bad ideas, bad concepts, bad advice in your ear. Let's keep it real. See what I'm saying? This is what I didn't want to do, man. Because to me, this ain't what it is. But the fact that you mentioned my children, I cannot let that ride. Because I stand on that. You want to fabricate stories like I ain't bring you 35, I'm sorry, pardon me, y'all, 30 to 31 pounds of food every month. For the entire 6 years you was incarcerated. You want to fabricate stories like I didn't come to reconcile with my mother and your mother, who are two great, amazing women. Both of them love their families, take care of their families. Like we didn't know come there so we could have a wedding. When that whole key situation transpired, like I didn't go through that storm with you. Like I wasn't in the courtroom fighting officers over your situation. So, you know, you're very ungrateful. And it's sad to say, I don't want to disrespect you as a woman, but you're a narcissist. Moving on along, when she came home, she was going to parole to I had a condo in Jersey. So she was going to parole to the Jersey crib. The parole officer said she can't, if she paroled to Jersey, she's going to need a pass every single time she got to go to New York. So at the last minute, with 2 weeks notice, I had to pack up and relocate and get a crib in the Bronx just so she could move freely. So now I'm in my condo. I mapped out her return, all everybody out there, all exotic cars, the return of the queen, the whole movement I set up single-handedly with the help of a couple individuals. You know what I'm saying? Pack the crib up, pack my condo up, move to a condo and move to a crib in New York. Had to put the bread up last minute. But we got a plan. We're gonna push you. I was about to put out an album. The money I had for my album, I had to take that bread and move to a new crib, because at the end of the day, I can't let her parole to Jersey because she's not gonna be able to move. Mind you, this is set up for me to release my project at the time. It's cool. It ain't nothing. So she come out, we working. It's a plan. Fuck it, we behind her. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna push it. Everybody anticipated. I put my music to the side. I'm gonna put my music to the side Anybody, you can go right back to that time. She came home in 2014. Any song that came out around that time, I would do a freestyle. It was viral. I was starting to do shows again. You see me performing at festivals, all that. I did the Dreams and Nightmares. Did the Versace joint. You know what I'm saying? I came up with a formula. If anytime they made a song, I did the Papoose version. But when she came home, I said, fuck it. I gave her that formula. So that's why when you heard the Bobby Smurda joint come out, the Young and May, all that was me. So I'm writing the music. She needed somebody to book shows. I'm doing the contracts, booking the shows, setting the shows up. I'm coming to the show, I'm collecting the first end, I'm collecting the back end. Word is bond, I don't take one penny, y'all. I gave her all the money at the end of the night. I didn't touch one dime, wrote all the music, didn't touch one penny. So we do the shows, and remember the plan was, I spend all my money, invest all my money when she was away, taking care of the kids, taking care of the bills, taking care of her, taking care of whatever got to be taken care of. And then when she come home, we push her. It's a family thing. If you got anybody in a marriage out there, it's a family effort. So I'm pushing her, I'm doing the contracts, I'm booking the shows, I'm writing the music. I wrote hit records for her. Wrote one of her biggest records. We're gonna get to that later. And I saved her life one time in music too. She was in a crisis. Papoose pen to the rescue. Anyway, so at this time, I'm doing all of this, and we had a plan. Once she started getting money, and I'm talking about we was dollar for dollar with it, she separated everything. Oh, this is all mine. What did you do? No, but I'm trying to figure out, what did you do? I'm like, huh? You didn't do anything. This is all mine. I said, huh, you serious? As a man, though, even though you just stabbed me in the back, you just crossed me, I can't complain because I'm a man. So I'm just going to get back on the grind. I said, damn, you serious? I just invested in you your whole bid. I just invested in you when you went away. I came and bailed you out. I took care of the kids. I took care of my stepson. I took care of your whole entire family who I love and got the utmost respect for. I hope they don't feel no type of way because I'm saying this, who she's mad at right now because they still love me. And now that you finally getting a couple dollars, you're going to tell me it's all yours and I got to start all over? I said, you know what? As a man, I'm going to do that. And what I did, y'all, started all over. Started grinding. What was hers was hers. All the music I wrote, everything. She claimed it as hers. I'm a man. I ain't gonna complain. A man don't complain, y'all. So I just want y'all to know that this is the type of individual y'all dealing with. Everything she talking about, if you pay attention, because first she tried to fabricate and say, oh, that I've been with Clarissa for all this time. But me, I did something stupid. Because normally, when she say things that aren't true, I just let her say it. Because, one, it's foolish to argue with a person like that. Number two, I want her to keep saying these false things. Because it's not true. And it came to my attention that she was going around lying to people about me. Rewriting history like she's doing on her page. Rewriting history, changing stories. So, I let her do that. And in the process of me allowing her to lie, I started to realize that certain fake individuals, you know what I'm saying, who I don't even want to bring in this, man. I don't even want to bring in it. So I'm gonna leave them out. I'm gonna leave them out of it, man. I ain't even gonna talk about these people. But I don't want to go away from my point that I was making. I don't even want to go away from my point, but I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. Like I said earlier, do not allow these celebrities who you've been supporting and following their journey to tell you that you don't know what's really going on. Y'all don't know what's really going on. Y'all need to stop commenting on it. Yes, they do. And what did they see? They seen, and I didn't say anything, they seen Papoose did what he did to the knockout victim. First thing everybody said, I didn't say nothing. Oh, he must have been doing something with his wife. Because that's what Pap go crazy on. That's when Pap go crazy, when somebody fuck with his wife. They know that about me. You can't change the people's mind about that. How many times I done went crazy over you? How many times I done held you down? They know that about me. So what I'm just trying to say to y'all is don't let these iPhone screens and these stages and these lights blind y'all. Y'all seen it all. Y'all seen when that transpired, what everybody started saying. Y'all seen the lies, fake tweets that went up. Hey, anybody saying something happened between Pap and this chump? It's not true. Y'all seen, I didn't say nothing. Y'all seen the meatball do an interview with makeup on his face saying, ain't nobody never touched me. You know what I'm saying? Because she put the makeup on him. You know what I'm saying? Nigga got a little sugar in his tank too, man. Don't play with me, boy. I'll expose you to them folks who don't know you. Moving on along. Y'all seen all of this transpire. Then, but what I was trying to say to y'all is, initially, when I kind of lost my train of thought, she wanted to fabricate about Clarissa and say that I've been with Clarissa. So I allowed her to fabricate about that because I know it's not true. One day I did something stupid and I said, I just met Clarissa in July 2024. And it's documented. It's documented because when we met at the Shakur fight in Jersey. And the next day, when she DM'd me, she wrote, hey, Pap, nice to meet you. I said, nice to meet you, whatever. But the conversation, you know, on Instagram, it has dates on it. So what she does, she's lying in the iPhone era with dates on stuff. Because like I told y'all, all of the rhymes I wrote for her, 90% of her music, if I go on my email draft and you just take a line, you say a random line from one of her songs, and you write that line, keyword search, the whole rhyme pop up. 2014, 2016, 2015, 2019, 2018, the whole shit. But she want to go in here to y'all and say, if he wrote any of my raps, come on, Rem, don't do that, man. You know I've been writing, but that's not. I'm not here to tear you down. That's neither here nor there. But once I told her to stop lying to everybody, saying that I've been with Clarissa when I just met her in July, and when we just met, it's documented. She switched gears. Oh, because remember, when she got caught with the lane, when what happened, and y'all was upset like y'all supposed to be because y'all been following the journey. Y'all been upset, y'all been following the journey. She got mad and she needed something to give to y'all so y'all could feel like she had a reason to do this. She don't need a reason to do nothing. Ask anybody who know her, she do not, a normal person need a reason. This woman don't need a reason to cross you, stab you in your back. This is who she is. So once I verified that to her, like, yo, why don't you stop lying to people, man? She came up and went back to when she was away. It's 2025. You've been home since 2014. Now, since you jammed up, I was cheating when you was away. You liar, you. Come on, son. I've supported your whole family, not just you. I've supported your whole family financially ever since I've been around them. Right now, you're not speaking to nobody in your family. You're mad at them because they still love me. So if I'm this guy who don't support, who don't pay money, who don't pay bill, don't do this and that, why your whole family love me? Because not only what I did morally, I'm there for them financially too. If anybody call me and say, yo, pal, I need X, Y, Z, I give it to them. Ask, and I'm talking about her family. Call them and ask them. Anybody from anywhere where her family live, ask them about Papoose. Ask them, did I ever deny them anything? Ask them, will I give them the shirt off my back if they ever in time of need? To this day, man. When you turn them away, guess who they come to? Guess who look out? And I am not saying that I don't do that so I could come up on here and say it. That's why I'm not speaking about it in detail. But the fact that you fabricating these stories about my character, I gotta do it. Also, what I wanted to address. Throughout the duration of me being home with my child, when you abandoned my child, so you could go stay in an apartment that you got 40 minutes away from my house, I can literally post the address up here. She went and got an apartment between her and this lane, 40 minutes from my house, ran back and forth there every other day, lying, saying she not with the dude anyway. We went and got this apartment 40 minutes away from my house. And so the main reason why she started to have animosity towards me was this. One day, because every birthday, we celebrate birthdays together as a family. Every holiday, guess what, y'all? Very consistent with what I said earlier. Y'all seen it. If y'all scroll down my page, if you got time, everything is there. It's in order. This social media thing, it has its pros and cons, but if you go through it, it tells a story. But if you go to her page, the history, a lot of it is erased, because that's what people do when they got something to hide, when they want to try to be somebody that they're not. She want to go around the lane and change the story around. Lied to him bad. He's a clown. Lied to him. He on the recording just saying a bunch of untrue stuff. He's an airhead. I just played her saying that she would have been done with him if I would have knocked him out. Guess what, y'all? He's still gonna deal with her because he's a bum. The league is hers. It's not his. She threatens him anytime he get mad. Oh, I'm taking my ticket down. You sleeping with this girl? Take it off. I got all of that document. That's neither here nor there. I told y'all I was gonna let y'all know why she got so much animosity towards me. So the reason why she got so much animosity towards me is because when you find out the truth about a person, they will start to resent you. Every birthday we celebrate as a family. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go back further. When she was away, I visited her all the time. I visited her so much that I feel like I know a lot of the people she was locked up with, because I sat on the visiting floor from 8 in the morning to 3:15 when the visit is over. So through that time, she would just tell me certain situations that was going on in the jail and all of that. Anybody from Bedford Hills, can you please step to the front? Anybody who was in Bedford Hills with her, please step to the front. Okay, moving on along. Visited her all the time, so she told me plenty of stories. So I know these people. She had a friend that she was away with, right? Okay. Do I want to say this individual's name? Let me just move along with the story. She had a certain individual who she was locked up with. I always heard this person's name. I ain't think nothing of it. Cool. It's her friend. Okay, she's home now. We celebrate all holidays together. If you look down my page, I hate to say this, but it's one of the things that I want y'all to look at. Because when she said about me spending money, you'll see the gifts being bought. You'll see the diamond necklaces and chains being bought when she started the league. Since she wanted to fabricate and say, oh, he never wanted me to start the league. You'll see that. You'll see the Mother's Days. You'll see the Christmas. You'll see the birthdays. But you know what an ungrateful person says? They downplay that. They downplay that. So the most important part is not the materialistic things, what she seems to keep talking about. Y'all notice that? Every time she's talking about me, it's about materialism and fabricating about money, because she thinks that y'all think she's the bigger artist. So she's playing along with that. She thinks that y'all think she rich. This is the same individual who just texted me a screenshot and said, this is how much money I got. You know what I'm saying? But moving on along. So the holiday, this time her birthday comes. She's been home a couple years. I don't remember exactly what year it was, but she informed me, hey, such and such just came home, one of the individuals who she was locked up with. So I said, oh, okay, that's cool. But I remember the name from when she was away. I don't think nothing of it. Oh, this year, we always celebrate our birthdays together. Me, her, and the baby birthday, my birthday, our family. They all come around. It's like, that's how I was raised, so I'm real big on family. So this particular year, she says, I want to have an all-girls party. So I'm like, okay. So you don't want me and the baby to come? All right. No, just my friends, all girls. I'm like, damn, that's a little, I don't want to say strange, but I was like, okay, we usually do it as a family, but this is cool. You want to have it with all girls. So she has the all-girls party. I don't go. I falls back. The friend who's incarcerated comes to the crib. She attends the all-girls party, all the friends, cool. After that, we have like a little dinner in the basement or whatever at the crib. So this is the first time I seen homegirl outside of when they was in the penitentiary together. So I see her at the crib. Okay, she stayed for a couple days. She spent the night. Cool. A little activity was a little weird, but I didn't think nothing of that. Moving on along, she comes back to the crib on another occasion. So this time when she comes to visit the crib, every night when it's time to go to bed, she's telling me, oh, I'm gonna go sleep in the guest room with such and such. I don't even want to say this individual name because I ain't even trying to give her no clout. She's a extreme clout chaser. So I don't even want to say her name. So she tells me, I'm going to sleep in the guest room with such and such. I said, okay, that's cool. I sleep in the room by myself. Big ass crib, big ass room, everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I bought through the whole crib, all the utilities in my name. That's another story, but she fabricated. Moving on along, that's documented too, because I've been paying it out the same account for over 15 years, whatever, or more. Moving on along, I sleep in the room by myself. I don't think nothing of it. Next day, same thing. I said, damn, babe, you sleeping in there again? She like, yeah, I'm just staying with such and such, right? I said, all right, cool. Anybody in Bedford Hills, can you please step to the front? So now I'm like, damn, this shit weird. The hell? You feel me? So at this time, I try to be intimate. I'm keeping it 100 with you. I try to be intimate with her. And she came in the bed with me. She hugged and kissed me, the whole thing. And at this time, I'm trying to be intimate with her. When it's time to go down, she slipped out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay. After she do that, she go back to sleep in the room with homegirl this particular night. I said, something is fishy here. I said, I ain't no rocket scientist, but this ain't add up. You feel me? So I said, damn, something wrong, something ain't right here. So one time I had to go do something. I had to go handle some business. So I go handle business. I come back in the crib. It's a big ass crib. And they got like a long walkway to get to our bedroom. It's like a long walkway. And then on the other side is the other rooms. So I come in the crib. As soon as I walk in, I look down towards our bedroom. I see my daughter in our room by herself. I said, yo, what the heck? Where the hell is she at? So I go up the other side. And when I tell you this, it's a big crib, so it's a long walkway. I go to the other side, I go in the room, she in the bed. I don't see homegirl though. It's like she booked it or something when I came. But I see a whole plate, peanuts, cashew, all these type of raisins all laid out. But my daughter in the room by herself. So I said, yo, why the baby in the room by herself? She made some bullshit excuse. Extreme liar. You never seen a liar like this in your life. I said, where homegirl at? She didn't even answer that. It was just like a weird answer. I pushed past that. Moving on along. I hate to say this, y'all. I hate to say this. But you want to know why she started having so much animosity towards me? Because I ended up finding out the truth, y'all. And I'm not saying this because it's a bad thing, but I'm saying this because, and when I say not a bad thing, because I don't judge people who live that lifestyle. But she has done a lot of bashing towards people who live that lifestyle and talk so bad about them and say so many foul things about them that it hurted her so bad that I knew the truth. So on another day, I caught her with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them. Ended up catching it. Now, this individual is a female. So I can't do nothing to her. I don't put my hands on females. Y'all want to know what I did? I told the individual, I said, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't put my hands on her because I'm not gonna do that. I don't hit women. But I told her to get out. I said, get the fuck out. Because I felt very disrespected that took place in my house while my daughter was right there on the bed. And you know what she did? Blame me. Said it wasn't true. Said my ears deceived me. My eyes deceived me. which goes back to what I was telling y'all earlier. She's the type of person who will say something to you, and 10 to 5 minutes later, she'll say, I didn't say that. Straight bipolar. Straight bipolar. Was diagnosed with it. So ever since I caught that, she resented me. She had a lot of animosity towards me because I knew the truth. When you find out the truth about a person, they will despise you. I want y'all to know that. So for her to have me shake a dude's hand and sleep with him, it was nothing after that. Because she had it all against me. She had all the animosity in the world against me. Why? Because she knows I know the truth. And it's not even something that I judge. Like I said, I don't judge nobody who lived that lifestyle. I do think it was very disgusting that it took place in the house while my daughter was in the bed. I thought that was very disgusting. And I'm telling y'all this because I know a lot of people think, damn, what Pat did, what he did, he must have did something. In the normal world, with logical people, civilized people, yes, not with her. So that whole rant about, oh, if a person has everything, a good husband, supportive, and this, that, and the third, and support you financially, why would they cheat? Because that's you. You're ungrateful. You're a backstabber. So a normal person, yes, that would be true, but not with you. Don't play that card. Don't play that card. Like I said, she's currently angry at her whole family because they still love me and we still speak. She doesn't speak to nobody in my family. From day one, she's been rude to my whole family, my mother, disrespectful to everybody. Her family love them like they my family to this day. And they will tell you that.